From ashes to aloha, rebuilding homes, restoring hope. On the morning of the 8th of August 2023, Lahaina woke to what felt like just another ordinary Tuesday. People headed to work, kids laughed on their way to school, and visitors strolled down Front Street. It was the familiar rhythm of a community that had called this place home for generations. But by that evening, everything was gone. Driven by hurricane-force winds, a massive wildfire swept through the historic town with terrifying speed. In minutes, homes, businesses, and decades of memories went up in smoke. People fled with nothing but the clothes on their backs, some leaping into the ocean to escape the flames. When the smoke cleared, the Lahaina everyone knew was unrecognizable. Yet amid the devastation, the community didn't wait for help. Neighbors rescued neighbors, strangers became family, and volunteers quickly pooled resources. This was the moment Aloha Ranch Lahaina's mission changed forever. Since 2019, they had supported vulnerable local families, but overnight, the need exploded. Hundreds of wildfire survivors suddenly faced a heartbreaking reality. They had lost everything. Even for families who secured temporary housing, the struggle wasn't over. A bare apartment isn't a home. It doesn't have a bed to sleep on, dishes to prepare a meal, or towels to dry off. There are no sheets, lamps, or warm blankets to comfort a frightened child. That's where Aloha Ranch stepped in, bridging the gap between surviving and beginning to heal. Every donated bed frame meant a restful night after months of uncertainty. Every kitchen table gave a family a place to gather again. Every plate, towel, and pillow reminded survivors they hadn't been forgotten. It wasn't simply about providing household items. It was about restoring dignity and rebuilding hope, one home at a time. From sunrise until late at night, volunteers sorted donations while partners and supporters across the country gave generously, trusting their gifts would reach those who needed them most. Together, they proved that aloha isn't just a word, it's a promise to care for one another. The fire may have destroyed the town, but it couldn't destroy its spirit. That resilience lives on in volunteers, carrying furniture into new homes, donors quietly giving what they can, and survivors finding the strength to begin again. This isn't just a story of tragedy, it's the story of a community choosing hope over despair, and that story is still being written. Help write the next chapter for Lahaina. When you lose everything, it's the everyday essentials you miss most. A comfortable bed, a kitchen table, warm towels, cookware, and clean sheets. These aren't just household items. They're the foundation of a safe, stable home. Your support helps provide these essentials, giving families the fresh start they deserve. When you give to Aloha Ranch Lahaina, you're doing far more than donating furniture and supplies. You're helping parents create a safe place for their children, restoring hope, and reminding our neighbors they are not alone. Please join us today. Together, we can help another family open their door and finally feel at home again. Donate now to help rebuild lives, one home at a time. Aloha Ranch Lahaina, www.aloha-ranch-lahaina.org.